Ooh, this is going to be my newbie Faeria video today to tell you noobs all about it. A couple things here. Hey, jackpot, got a whole bunch of money. Got some daily quests, so if I do these things I get some more gold. Anyway, the basic gist of the game is, of course, you got your decks that you can build, different cards, lots of different cards. So like in Magic, there's different suits plus like a neutral suit. I'll explain how these work in a little bit. Here, let's just dive into a game against the AI and I can kind of show you how it works. We will just do a battle here against the AI. Actually, I don't want to do that. So practice is against the AI. I'll play this red-yellow burn deck. It's pretty good. So if you play first, well, this is, you can, pick cards to redraw in the beginning. These elementals are pretty good. I'll keep him out. So I play first. So the basic gist is, here's my dude down here. Here's the other guy. These four glowing things are the Faeria wells that you, if you have a creature next to them, you'll get extra Faeria, magic, mana, which is down here. If you start off with 3, you get 3 every turn, plus more for controlling the wells. So you have, of course, your hand of cards, and how much those cost is the big number in blue, and then how much of a specific land type is required underneath it. So this requires 2 deserts to play. This requires 1 mountain. And so once per turn you can play something from this wheel over here on the lower right. You can get 1 more Faeria, you can draw an extra card, you draw a card on your on the start of every normal turn as well. Then the rest of these are placing lands, so you can place 1 lake, forest, mountain, or desert, or you can place 2 of the neutral lands in a turn. So I'm going to go ahead and, let's see here, what the heck, I'll play 2 neutrals. And then, so my turn's done. Can't play any of these other things, so I'll end. Computer's playing some stuff. So the second player who goes second can get a card that gives them a little extra Faeria and lets them play an extra land on the start. So, here we go. So I'm going to play, I'm going to put a mountain down, and then the fire elemental. So gifts are abilities that come into play when a creature comes in, when you summon it. It just happens once. So I'm going to slap my fire elemental down, and his gift is that I get to create an extra mountain for free. Creatures, of course, have summoning sickness, so he can't sit there, he can't be activated or harvest Faeria the turn that he comes into play. So I'll end my turn. These farm boys are not, very good, but what are you going to do? So you can see I harvested Faeria from this well. I'm going to work this guy up and go ahead and take that farm boy out. And now, so I can place land, next to where you have land or next to your creatures. So if I move a creature up here, I can place land adjacent to that creature if I want. But I'm going to do that for now. End my turn. Yeah, he's a big boy. 6'9", so he has taunt, which means I can't move away from him. I have to attack him. So, yeah, that's not so good. So I got a bunch of mana, so here's what I'm going to do. Uh... Slap a mountain down. Bring this dude in. See, I can't move him anywhere. I can only attack him, which he'll kill my dude, but I might as well attack him, because then next turn his life goes down enough that, you know, my Kobold Warrior guy can take him out. Running away. Oh, he's bringing the yak in, man. Yeah, I like this Altar of Souls. That's pretty solid. So put Safeguard, so if I give this guy protection, he can basically take a hit and negate the damage from a hit. I'm also going to play this thing, so he can do some pain on him. And so he has the ability, he has a combat ability, so that triggers every time he gets into a fight, and that gains him +3/+0 to damage. And this guy has haste, which means basically, you know, he can attack on the turn that he gets summoned, and then charge 3 lets him move 3 hexes. And this guy dies at the end of his turn, so he's not so useful right now. But okay, we'll end that for now. Alrighty, might as well move him in, and then let's see here. Put this Altar of Souls in. So these things, you know, that don't have life, you know, usually you can activate them and do something cool. So what the heck, I'll activate him. Gives me a so it'll create this guy, Slaughtering Shadow, 6/1. Yeah, I'll end that. He's working me, but we'll see if I can get him. Oh shit. It's not so good. Yeah, the haste is no good. I'm gonna have to deal with these guys or they're gonna get me. Let's see here. I'm gonna try drawing a random card to see if it gives me something incredible. It deals 3 damage. That's what I need. Deal 3 damage to him. Let him rip that guy a new one. Come in. Attack. Might as well summon him. So he's got flying, so flying creatures can, of course, you know, swim over the ocean here. And this guy can be summoned anywhere next to an adjacent hero. This guy's yaks aren't really gonna do it. And he's done. Ooh. So that was like a kind of a fast, rushy deck. The numbers on the deck are the average casting cost of the deck. You know, I got this, and we'll go take a look at these. You know, I got Big Huge. This deck, you know, has some pretty expensive big red monsters in it, but then it's got some cards that, like this guy, you know, he's not that great, but he makes a card in your hand that costs 7 less. So it makes a bunch of these big strong guys free to cast him. This Ogre Dance makes a random card in your hand, you know, costs 4, but it makes a random card in your hand, costs 7 less. Some of these creatures get bigger and stronger and gain flying if you know, draw a card that has a cost of 7 or more. So, you know, that's kind of a red, you know, a red-blue deck there. So that one's kind of fun to play. This was this red and yellow deck that's sort of a fast, has pretty cheap creatures that have flying and can go fast and can, you know, do a few other interesting things. So, you know, of course you got, you know, as you get more gold for things, you can use gold to buy, you know, new booster packs. Got one sitting in here. Ooh, Spellwind. I already own 2 of this card, so that's like a rare. And then these are all commons. So I continue. You can pay like a couple of bucks a month for this Goki the Gold Miner guy. You know, you buy gems for, I don't know, it's not that much. $5 you get 1,500 gems. So at $5 a month, and you pick up Goki, this turtle frog looking dude, for 1,000, and he basically gives you a couple hundred gold every day. And then if you do your daily objectives, you can only get these for playing against humans or playing against people in either casual or ranked play. But it's pretty easy to knock off a couple of these plus Goki's gold, and you can get, you know, 1,000 gold, which is enough to be able to buy, you know, a deck of cards each, basically every day if you want to. You could, of course, use the gems to buy it, but, you know, there's 1,000. What the heck, we'll buy another one. And you can go here. So if you get, you know, your rare cards, you can re-roll them. So like these Wisdoms, draw 2 cards, and they're not really that great. So hey, I got a new card that I've never had before. Reduce the cost of a random card in your hand by 2, 4 times. Deal 4 damage to yourself. That's interesting. Another thing, if I go back to the deck builder here, it doesn't really matter. You can, there's of course a crafting station thing, so, you know, you can, you know, this is how you can also view every card that you in the game, and, you know, see what their costs are and rarity and all that. So the ones that are grayed out are ones that I don't have, and so, you know, you can disenchant cards to get more of these crystals. I got 74 of them. You can discard all in excess, so if you have more than 3 copies of a card, probably have some of those in here. You can disenchant, like here's one where I have an extra, I have 4, you can only ever have 3 cards in a deck of a given type, but, you know, you hit this button and just disenchant all the extra ones and get, you know, some extra stuff. It's a pretty good deal. Like, you can take, you know, the rare cards are the blue ones, and it's, you know, 20 crystals to craft one of those. That's pretty easy to get. The sort of more epic cards are these little ones, the purple, those are 80. You know, those are more expensive, of course. And then the highest level sort of rarity of cards would be the sort of mythical, legendary ones, like these cards with this goofy little symbol down here. Those cost a F-ton, 320, so they cost a bunch. There's like cards with, see if I have some in here. There's cards that have, like, you know, legendary backgrounds or mythical backgrounds. It's the same as a normal card, but they're just more rare. I think they look ugly as balls with these extra things on them, and you can disenchant those for like 10 times the cost of the normal cards, so you get a bunch of those randomly too. I haven't gone through and disenchanted them, but you can get a lot of crafting juice out of using those. Alright, maybe we'll just rock and roll on one more quick one. Try another practice match. We'll go with Big Huge here, man. You gotta recognize the Big Huge. Maybe we'll try this. So jump, as the water elementals have, that lets you jump, so you can, you know, jump between gaps in the land or whatever else. Go that way this time. He's got aquatic, so aquatic means that they can run around in the ocean tiles where there's no land that's been built. This guy's rushing me here. Teach him. So one little strategy, like, you know, he's got his ocean here, so like I might want to set this guy on his land tile, because then he can't summon anybody on there. And then I should probably get some mountains down, throw that down so I could keep him from rolling too close to my dude. The fire elemental. Go with the Burninator out here. Probably try and take this guy out so he doesn't kill my guy. This thing's dope, so every time he damages a god, and he's ranged so he can shoot in a whole line, he does 1 damage to all enemy creatures. So that'll be good. I'll be able to ice that mofo. So you can see he can hop over, he can shoot him, does a damage. Yeah, that guy will get killed if I bring him in, so I'm gonna run. He's aquatic, which means I think that he basically gets stuck in the ocean once he gets in the water, which is he's probably screwed. See what happens. Maybe the computer will be dumb and won't attack me. Oh, battle toads, man. Shit. Wish I had more of those. Seven, you say, huh? Transform a creature into a 5/5, dude. So he'll clear him off. Probably need more cards. One thing I like about it is that Since your Faeria accumulates from round to round, you know, you're not worried about, you can let it build up, and sometimes it's really good strategy to let that build up and build up a bunch of cards in your hand, and then you can start laying down a whole bunch of stuff. You know, you're never really mana screwed, and then, you know, it's all about kind of keeping a nice tempo and a nice pace with your cards. And this guy needs to start blocking me or something. Fire burst him down. Take care of that business. You know, the AI is pretty... it's okay, but the AI is not all that strong to play against. Like, he's just playing these dumb little cards that just let me blow those guys up. So, you know, here's a cool one. So, random card in your hand costs 7 less. Oh, of course it makes the cheap one cost cheaper, so that's cool. Anyway, it doesn't matter, he's dead. There you have it. And that, my friends, is some of Faeria.